Today's episode of the Feral Podcast is brought to you by Talbot's Tap Room and Terrace. For reservations, call 724-269-7687. Hours of operation are closed Mondays and Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays, 12 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 12 to 10, and Sunday, 12 to 8. Again, that's Talbot's Tap Room and Terrace, located at 787 Mercer Grove City Road in Mercer. And now let's start the show.
Welcome to the 18th episode of the Feral Podcast. It's your man, the leader of the Baldhead Nation, Podcast P, the landlord, the mayor, Mont P up in this piece.
And it's your man, one of the only Cleveland Browns fans in the building, unfortunately. But when y'all see this fucking hat go up like that, I need some help. Hey, email, where the fuck you at, dog? God damn, leaving me all by my goddamn self today, man. Shit.
The land of the lost, baby.
Yeah, we started already. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy King, a.k.a. DJ KB, a.k.a. Man, got the fatigues on today from my man BK, man. What's going on?
What's up, people? This is man G No Money. G No Money. Get it right.
Yes, let me get $7, man. What's going on, y'all? What's up, family? How y'all doing, man?
Yes,
blessed. Definitely blessed, fam.
That's what's up, man. Yo, we are in for a really dope episode, man. But before we get into everything, man, how was y'all weekend, man?
Oh, shoot. I had a great weekend. I got a chance to get out, take care of a couple things, see some sights, make a little bit of money. Got some time for myself.
Hey,
I got to preparing for the Furrow Festival, getting some shirts and stuff ready, you know, which we'll cover later on. But other than that, you know, just kicking a Willy Bobo, doing the same old shit. Same shit, different toilet.
That's what's up, man. Rich, how was yours, man?
It was blessed, man. I had the blessing for the 8th time to DJ the Lampkins family reunion, which is always a blessed event.
Yeah.
And to see, like, their family is deep, bro.
Deep.
Like, them throw the mails up. I feel like I'm an honorary member of the fam, bro.
Right.
Like, every time I see or do one of their family reunions or weddings or anything, it's always a blessing because they got a real nice family and real big family and big part of the community.
Though, you mean they gonna come out off that ferry boat and help out if you get.
We're gonna go into depth in that one in a minute, bro.
Word. G, how was your weekend, big dog?
Got
you.
it was good. It was good. You know what I mean? I got invited here also, but somebody cracked my mirror on my car. But
oh man, that's the worst, bro.
That's like 100 and change. So.
That's the worst.
Bam,
bro.
bam.
You made some money. Let me hold some money, Ma.
Right.
You said you made some money, Ma.
Yeah.
You just said my name G No Money. I need some money.
Hello.
Yeah. I'll get to you in a minute. Somebody had called me. I'm doing the show right now.
Okay. But other than that, we good. It's all good. Hey, you know what happens.
Dope, man. Dope, man.
Keegan, what you do, brother?
Man, just DJ the Pretties, man, and I'm working on my golf game, man. I'm hyper fixated on that.
I see you out there on the links this weekend,
man. Thank you, bro. I'm hyper fixated on it, man, and I'm just trying to get better at that, bro, man. I highly recommend everybody go play. It's the most peaceful, dope, craziest shit of all time, man.
For real, the craziest shit though, fam. I love the Jordans, bro.
Oh,
the golf
appreciate
course
it.
classic, bro.
Yo, so you can buy spikes and put them on any sneaker that you want, bro. That's the dope about it, man.
Oh, man.
Like, you pick whatever sneaker you got, you know what I mean? And then you literally can put your golf spikes on those joints, man.
So you got spikes on your Jordans?
I got some spikes on my, the Jordan Black Tops, yeah, on my Jordan
Oh, you got some
ones.
money then. Let me get
I don't have any. I got the money. Actually, I got that money from mine.
Oh my God!
I got that money from mine. Mine gave me the money to be able to do that, bro.
Oh God! Yeah.
Man.
Man, Keegan, sounds like an uphill fight, and I hope you win. For real. For real.
I am trash right now, bro.
Speaking of fights, what about that Crawford and Errol Spence fight? Man,
Oh my God!
I fucked around and put my money on Spence, bro. It was disappointed.
See, that's why you're Cleveland Browns fan.
right now.
That's what we all the time.
I'll Crawford your ass now. You see?
Where you at, bro? Come on, man.
Crawford your
You can't be
ass.
doing this
See what I'm
tonight,
saying?
man. You can't be doing that. But nah,
It's that Cleveland shit.
you look at both of their track records, man. They was both pretty real good contenders. You know what I'm saying? But
Don't
when
try to make
Crawford
excuse for
came
your
out,
bad fucking bet, bro.
I sat down, I'm rolling up. Nigga on the side of me, I was like, this nigga coming out, he coming out to Eminem, he about to lose. I looked up, I see him on the screen, walking him out. I'm like, oh damn. Because I gotta hit FanDuel, get my money back real quick, dog. Like, man, that was a good ass fight, though.
Yeah,
that was
man.
a real good ass fight.
He put the Willie lumps
No, he
on
lumped
that
him
dude,
up,
bro.
Yeah, man, he lumped him up. He
He wasn't that good. He lumped him up.
Bad.
See that face?
Bad.
He
But
beat.
the payday for both of them, though.
Yeah, Crawford
Crazy.
beat that dude up like Slick beat me up in 6th grade, man. If y'all know who Slick is, shout out to my classmate. This dude beat me up so bad, you know, Slick, he bite his tongue. So as soon as I talked with this dude, like Brian Urlacher, right? And I was like, Then all of a sudden, Slick said, and it was over with. He beat my ass, man. Only fight I ever lost in my life, that's how Crawford did that man. Like Slick did me, bro.
Straight
Crazy,
up.
Damn,
And then
man.
another fight. What about that Alabama Dark beatdown fight? People got what they
The
deserve.
Riverfront Rumble?
What?
Bruh.
That video was sick.
That video was crazy, man.
That video
My
was
man-
sick.
My man swam across the river, yo, Aquaman style.
Bro, that
bro.
young man's only 16 years old.
Yeah,
That-
yeah.
What? You know,
Mr. Aaron Rudolph. Fat shout out to Aaron Rudolph for swimming across to help your people. That's right. Much respect.
you see somebody in distress.
What was so fresh about it, though? After he got it, he said,
Much respect.
wrung out his shirt, his shoes off, and then got busy, fam.
I swear to God, he had black forces on,
Right.
fam. I swear he took some black forces off.
He was tired. He took a pause. He was tired.
Y'all saw that meme of the homie?
That was somebody from Wasabi. That was some good Bam energy.
Right.
I love it.
Y'all see that homie, that one meme where the dude was just sitting in the water with his jeans on, his Jordans? It was that dude. That was that dude that did that shit, man.
Yo, that was wild, man.
But y'all see the rap video for that from a Detroit artist?
They got
Oh, yeah, yo. Yeah, Detroit artists already made a video about that shit.
And that's the thing about our people, man. They don't cease, they don't stop or nothing, man.
Within 5
Like,
tenths of
within
a second,
10 seconds.
a t-shirt is being made.
Like I'm telling you, I seen a picture, and somebody said thugs, and I'm looking at the picture, I was like, very next reel, boom, I got the whole thing right there and there.
Right.
Wish
Here's
I'd
what I
been
want to
first,
know, though, bro. Did they ever move the boat? Like, did the boat get...
Nah, they never moved the boat.
I'm saying, I would have been... Yeah, and I'm still in a boat, man. I'm still in the pontoon.
Wow,
Like, is the
bro.
boat still there? Is the boat still there?
I'm good.
Yo, the white people went to jail.
Who brought the boat up?
So who moved the boat? Is the boat still
just still
there,
in it,
fam?
man.
They sank
That's
that
what I'm
boat.
saying.
That boat got
Still in the
sank.
joint.
Anywhere.
But I heard one of the people that was in the altercation, that was on the boat, was one, actually, he had a convenience store, and his convenience store that night got burnt down to the ground. So
Wow. Wow.
That's-
Hey, that's karma, fam.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
what you
if you would have
get.
just moved the boat.
And you just moved the boat, fam. Now you ain't got no store, no boat. You get your eye puffed up.
Come on, Timothy Bergnowski.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna stop drinking because y'all made me spit something. I just thought about it. I'm like, why did I sip that?
Oh, man.
Hey, yo. But on a serious note, I just heard that Bun B is the professor at out of Rice. You know what I mean? Fast shout out to Bun B. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Our people's always pushing the ticket, you know,
Oh, yeah,
as
for
far as
sure.
hip hop artists and everything.
sure.
Also, my man Kara's won.
Hey, them
Before
burgers.
him,
Pardon me. Them burgers,
Yeah.
bun B. I know. I ate it.
Trill Burgers.
Them joints is fire.
I gotta make it out there.
Fire.
Trill Burgers.
I need one.
The Trill Burger, that joint fire.
Yeah,
Dope,
yeah.
dope,
Hell
dope.
yeah.
For real.
A good entrepreneur. How was it?
What? I wanted 2. I ate that first one like, why the fuck did I get 1?
No, I'm surprised he didn't have you bring something back like how his big ass.
Bojangles.
That Bojangles. You know what I'm saying?
My man.
About that.
That's my man right here.
I'm just hating.
First of all,
I'm really hating because I didn't get my own already. Yeah, I'm really hating.
He said it.
First of all, since we're on air, Gerard, thank you for that Bojangles sponsor, brother. I appreciate you. I am a Bojangle representative, fam.
Sincere. No,
Shout out. They still serve dirty rice.
I go down south.
They got the sweet tea, bro. Thank you, G.
Every time I go down
that was
south.
the hardest shit ever.
I need
fam.
one.
Oh my god. What else we got going on, Mont P?
No, I just want to give a couple shout outs to a couple of guys, the people that always watch the show faithfully or loyalists. Fat shout out to my man Pooker Green. Fat shout always out to Ken Moyer's sports page. Thank you for sure. Always keeping the community entertained and informed with everything sports-wise, from old sports clips to the new sports clips. Thank you for always uplifting all our athletes. Man, you're greatly appreciated. We support you. Also, be on the lookout for Ken and JJ's YouTube sports page called Undisputed. Make sure y'all subscribe. And subscribe to our stuff as well. That's so important. You guys need to go to your phone apps, go on there, hit the YouTube app, subscribe. Only thing you got to do. This is real easy for all my old heads. And subscribe. It's very, very easy and it's very simple.
Just
I'm
push
an
the
old
like
head.
button.
You know what I mean?
Just push the like button.
You know what I'm
Push the
saying?
like
Damn.
And for the young kids at home, take your Gammy or your grandma's phone and put the Feral Podcast in.
Thank you.
Push the like
It's
button.
kid friendly.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
That's right.
Language.
Nieces, nephews, help out your grannies and aunties and uncles. Then help them to subscribe to these pages. You know, it's all for the good. It's all for the hood.
It's all love.
And it's all love. Y'all make sure y'all tune in.
Cause we poor, fam. I got a kid. I'm paying tuition for it right now. We need them subscriptions up, man. I got the tuition bill due, family. So come on, man. I gotta finish paying for college. Subscribe so we can get some money, man.
We're trying to get monetized, bitch.
Help me. Help me. Help me.
And now, coming up, we have a minute with Mont P. Or is it something different this week?
It's a minute with no money. She in the building, man. Give it up for G, yo.
Sponsored to you by TNT.
My main man.
Hey yo, I want to definitely give a fat shout out to my man Gino Money. He gave me like one of the first spots when he had the establishment, my favorite bar to go to at the time, Kings and Queens.
Kings and Queens, let's
yes
go.
sir. It was the rawest. It was you remember the grog, bro? We used to drink the Hennessy with the wild eye.
Yes sir.
Like that was my favorite. The OEs was 75 cents a can. It's my favorite time. Favorite time of life.
Dude, you telling you.
Wait a second. Hold up. Wait a second. Before you go, let's not pass up this cat saying Wild Eye and Hennessy together.
Yes, sir.
That is poison.
It was called grog. It was called grog, man.
No.
Shout out to my man Oppie.
No,
Oppie had me drinking that grog back then.
Why Woodrow Smith is that?
Listen to me. Wild Eye.
What a time to be
Long
alive.
Island iced tea, voila.
Yep.
The Long Island iced tea, voila.
Yes, sir.
That was called a doorman special.
Jesus
All my
Christ.
doormen, they was drunk.
Wow.
They drank all that.
Wait a second, bro. Wild Eye and Long Island, y'all literally don't have any souls anymore.
That's what they did.
Y'all soul is gone, bro.
That was the doorman special.
Gosh, crazy.
It was RP, Moose. All those guys were drinking that. Yeah, real shit. Real shit.
The doorman special.
Real shit.
I see why y'all so active and just angry all the time, bro. Y'all got Ninja Turtle power from drinking that shit, man. What?
My name's D'Angelo.
And that's why this episode today is brought to you by these 40s, because these niggas used to drink Long Island and Wild Out together, man.
Oh, trust me. That Billy D is mine when we leave here tonight. Swear to God, I'm going home with it.
And fat shout out to my man G. Yes, he did have one of the most influential bars of like from our culture and coming up. When I got ready to go out, his bar and his establishment was there for me, and we had a lot of great times in there.
Sure.
Spent a lot of good money in there, and it was a good place to hang out and be. You know, he's one of the owners that looked out for his patrons. Always had drink specials. Always had live good music. DJs coming in.
Yeah, man.
Every liquor you want.
Every liquor you want.
Everything was popping. Always had somebody good in the kitchen. You know what I mean? So not only is this A Minute with No Money G. We're going to cover the Furrow Fest, but we also absolutely to bring this man on to give him his just due and his flowers, as not only as a prominent business owner at one time in our community, but also as a hell of a DJ, and also, you know, to get in a little bit to what the hip hop culture meant to you and what influence did it have you in New York? Because you was right there in New York, where kind of like
yeah.
That's the birthplace to Mecca.
Yeah, I grew up with that, you know, but it's a lot of things that hip hop people don't understand. Hip hop is what? What is it, Rich? We was talking about this 5, 6,
It's graffiti.
it's 6 elements,
yes,
Knowledge.
right.
B-boying, DJing, and MCing.
Yep.
Okay, now that's hip hop. Okay,
That's
if you want to
hip-hop.
get to hip hop, trust me. Like I started off hip hop with the what? Dancing. I was one of those pop lockers, pop and shit. I do stuff. I could still do stuff like this. You know what I mean? Ooh, I'm watching the video. But anyway, you know, then after like I was dancing. I was in West 4th Park. People don't understand. Like West 4th, I was in Latin Quarters. I was in Funhouse, Roxy's. I used to DJ in this club named Mars. When I started DJing, it was like 85.
Wow, man.
Okay, and my man, he was a doctor. He was a doctor by day and a DJ by night. His name was John Carlos. God rest his soul, right? For real, because he got me into the DJing thing. So, but it was all we was playing reggae back then.
Yeah.
See, shout out to Cool Herc.
Yeah.
Okay?
Definitely.
That's that hip hop. It started off that reggae. That's Jamaican. That shit. It's a whole level. It's a bunch of different levels. You could go where you want to go with it, but I think hip hop is more of like reggae mixed with American music, and it just went somewhere else. And then people they took it to another level, like Grandmaster Flash. Okay, when they started doing all that scratching, I was in the Roxy's, and Grandmaster Flash was DJing. He was cutting up Blondie.
Wow, bro.
Okay, like a virgin. No, not Blondie. Madonna, like a virgin. He was cutting that up. I was like, the fuck?
Right.
But back then I was a dancer. I wasn't into DJing back then. But when I got into DJ, it was Mars. Mars was like way back. People, there's certain DJs nowadays, they'll talk about it, but they won't even know. I was in the back end. When I quit DJing for other reasons, we ain't gonna discuss that right now.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
It's all good.
But it's all good. I love it. Hip hop. Like, look at hip hop. They said it was gonna die out back then.
Yeah, they said it was disco, the new disco.
Yeah, it's like,
Crazy.
It, gonna die.
It runs the world, man. Literally runs the world.
Dude, you ever see those concerts overseas?
Insane.
You ever see those concerts overseas?
Insane.
You ever see the
Absolutely
crowd get into it? Like
Insane.
Definitely
they know
moves the
word
world.
for word.
Insane.
Like
like I
for
said,
real,
to the
word
point where I have to
for
say
word.
nothing.
Like hip hop is, I live it. So. I
Who was
listen
your
to
favorite
different music.
MC coming up
MC?
during that time? Who was your favorite MC? Like, what store would you be like, yo, I'm gonna go get this record, I'm gonna go get this tape? Who was that person like you first was like, all right, I gotta have this on vinyl or I gotta have this on tape?
The teacher.
Word.
That's master.
I'm going with the teacher.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, because that's what he do. Like, you talk about hip hop. Now you made me say no. You made me go to the teacher because hip hop was teaching us back then about culture and what's right and wrong. But no, they got the record industry pushing this and that, blah, blah. It all, that's a whole different subject too, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, man.
But the teacher, KRS-One, because I used to see them for like $5.
Damn.
Man.
Live. I used to, at the Funhouse, nobody talks about the Funhouse no more. Like, they talk about Latin Quarters, Union Square, they talk about Roxy's, but they don't talk about the Funhouse. Funhouse was, if you wasn't from Brooklyn and you in the Funhouse, you getting robbed, son. That's it. I'm dead ass. You getting robbed. People used to ride the train, one stop, going to Brooklyn, going south to Brooklyn, get off, run across the track, get the next train going uptown.
Damn.
That's how the Funhouse was. It was, if you wasn't from Brooklyn, you was getting robbed. The Roxy's. Talk about hip hop. I watched LL Cool J say, yo, chill, Horse. He called the nigga named Horse. My man, he's like, Horse, chill, Horse. Okay, Horse was like one of the main dudes. He's like, okay, chill, we gonna chill. As soon as LL came off that stage, chain snatching. You know, back in the days, he wore all that jewelry.
Right.
Damn.
I would have wore a
LL
t-shirt
don't
that
talk
said,
about that.
I'm from Brooklyn every day.
No, but it's like we had certain people running with us. They were from uptown. They were some, you know, in Bronx, whatever. Because I used to be up in the Echo Park, up in the Bronx and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I used to be I went to Rooftop. That's part of hip hop. Okay, I used to be in the Rooftop. And this is when I was still living up here in PA, I think, yeah. I went back to home, went to Rooftop. They got me towed back. I got a little jewelry on. You know what I mean? This is back in the day. I got a little jewelry on. I'm up in the Rooftop. I'm blowed. They was scheming on me so hard. They almost got me if it wasn't for my cousin.
And then G unbuttoned his shirt and it said, I live in Brooklyn. They saw that joint. They was just like, all right, son, he's good.
Now my cousin,
Best die, do or die. That's what it was.
that was my cousin. He was like he was an uptown Brooklyn crimey dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Back then we was crimies. It's called like that's what we used to do. We robbed the whole train going over the Brooklyn Bridge.
Were you from
damn.
from Brooklyn?
My
Did
bad.
you live in
I'm
Brooklyn,
sorry.
bro? No, you good, man. Did you live in Brooklyn? What borough are you from, man?
Brooklyn. Flatbush.
Word.
Shout out to what up? We Are Flatbush. You can check them out.
Word.
Right there on the gram and all that. We Are Flatbush. That like people like that I grew up with.
It seems like it's such a great time. It seems like Flatbush is so gentrified now. They could get macaroons and a latte with a cherry on it.
Flatbush is a whole different community. Everybody in the world live in Flatbush. Like it's a whole different community. Like
Yeah.
it's nice. I like it.
Dope, man.
I'm going back. I'm going to Coney Island for my birthday weekend. I'm going to Coney Island.
So when you break dance, man, you had the cardboard and all of that, yo.
Oh yeah, dude. We made money too.
Word.
We made money. I ain't gonna lie.
Word.
Look, imagine being like what 12, 13, whatever. You making $300 a day.
Word.
Just break dancing on some cardboard on the street. Imagine that.
Well, how did you transition from dancing to DJing? Like, it just all went.
That's when I met the doctor, my man, John Carlos. I met him.
John Carlos got him.
Okay. I started teaching his daughter how to do the pop, right? And I was making like $20 an hour back then, just to teach her how to pop.
Right.
And then he was a DJ. Next thing you know, I learned on 1200s. Okay.
Shout out to the Technique.
Technique 1200s. I learned on some like way back vinyl. Like we used to carry crates into the club. Like this was crazy.
I
The whole
remember
trunk
those
full of crates.
I remember those crates, man.
And yeah, you was mad that I threw them away.
Yeah, man. Oh, I want my daddy's records, man.
Man, fam, do you remember your first DJing gig? Like when you was like really like, man, I'm gonna do this because I can make bread off of this shit, or
Yeah, when
What was
I
it?
DJ Club Mars, but I don't think I would have never stopped DJing if I had an opportunity, but it got canceled. I almost went to Japan to DJ. We had everything going good, and it just got canceled. I'm like, and back then, like, let me see, 85, I started. My son was born in what, 86. You know what I mean? I need money, so
You do what
I'm
you
gonna do what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna do what you have to do.
Definitely.
Called my job. I went on vacation. Called my job, and I was like, I ain't coming back. That was bad. That was a bad decision, though. That was a bad decision, though.
and then you moved the fur about the sombrero in, and here come Kings and Queens.
And it was a classic
sombrero in.
spot to go to.
Hey,
and
the sombrero.
and like,
Food was banging.
fucked my whole life
Oh
up.
my
Yeah,
God.
yeah,
Hey fam,
Hey,
hey fam, I used to go there. I used to go there for the oxtails all the time, fam.
the sombrero. That was a dirty ass
Shout
ball.
out to Mr. Rick, God bless his soul. He used to have happy hour popping.
Yo,
Yes, sir.
Used to be down at happy hour
That kitchen, bro.
crazy.
Yeah.
Mr. Rick had that
you
kitchen
too,
popping.
brother.
Yeah, Rick- yeah, Rick-
Them damn wings.
Yo,
Oh,
Uncle Ricky and Kings and Queens are the only spot you can get fried rice or whiting fish.
Man, say what?
Yes.
Bruh.
I have that rice cooker right now in my crib, man.
Look at
so
him.
I could go for some of that.
Yeah,
right
G,
now.
you partially responsible for me being almost diabetic. Yeah, so I'm just giving you credit for that with the OE and the Hennessy and shit. But the food was good, and so yeah. But I might lose a foot. I might lose a foot. Bro.
That's why.
I'm just playing with you. I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you.
No, that's
But no, I do. I am pre-diabetic.
Oh, that
No, I'm not fucking with you like that. But you ain't
responsible.
responsible. That's just my bad decisions.
And Kings and
That's
Queens was
ingredient.
special. That was the first place.
Yes, sir.
First place I made my first mixtape at called Quality. It was my first mixtape, man. It had a couple of Rye Bread joints on there. Shout out to my man Rye Bread. And G on the stage, he would have all of these records, man. And yo, he had every joint. We would just kill Saturdays. We would kill Saturdays. He would bring me down. I was 17. I wasn't drinking or nothing like that, man. But for him to let me come in and DJ on the spot, and then we'll go to Pittsburgh and dig for records, or he would take me to record pools as well too, man, which was really dope as well. And I feel like G is responsible for bringing dance hall massive to Furrow. Like, it wasn't, who else was doing dance hall besides G at that time? Nobody was doing it on his level, man. So that's why we wanted to give you flowers. Make sure you know you're a living legend, man. You're an icon in the city, man. And
Thank you.
yeah, man, you're gonna catch my man this weekend at the Furrow Festival. If there's any
Yes,
DJ
sir.
that's
Make sure you in attendance.
DJ is G No Money for sure, man.
Oh, I'm gonna give you everything. Old school, new school. No, we're gonna chill on the new school a little bit, but we're gonna go old school. I'm talking about R&B. All right. And then we're gonna go with the hip. It's 50 years, so I gotta go to the rap session on the old school.
Basically, he's not playing Sexy Red.
Goddamn right.
Oh, pound town.
That's a question I got for you, my
Booty
man.
Hole Brown. We're not going that route.
We ain't going
Definitely
doing
not.
pound
Do y'all
town.
find it? Do y'all find
I got
it
the clean verses,
difficult?
though.
No, sir.
I got all clean music.
This is the clean version of sound.
That's it.
Looking for the daddies.
Do y'all find it difficult though to like to listen to the newer music, bro? Like, I'm at that age now where like, if it sounds like noise, it's noise, bro. Like my mom used to say, quit playing all that goddamn noise down in that basement. That 1200 SP you got down there. There's a boss said it backwards, but she knew what I was doing. But she said it sounded like noise until I found the soul of the music and started making my own compositions.
Yeah, son. I played Ski this weekend, and I was just like, what the fuck am I doing right now?
What?
The Sexy Ray. It's but they love it. The kids
They love that. They love that stuff.
The women, the new age women, they love that song. So I was just like,
Oh man, I was.
I'm getting paid for this stuff.
Hey, I was at TNT Friday.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks was DJing. Shout out to Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, shout out to Brandon.
He
B.
playing.
Cooks.
He
B.
playing
Cooks.
the young. He messed with that young crowd.
Yeah, sure.
All right, he was playing songs like, "What the hell is he playing?" I'm like, "What? I never heard this."
Right.
Hey, but I was watching like them girls they was like, "Okay, I see. Okay, whatever."
That's right.
You know,
That
we
was
can
a
sit here and
soundtrack
diss
to
it all
Bam Night.
day long, but everything evolves.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Even if we don't like how it's evolving, but it is what it is.
Yes,
man.
for
Just
sure.
give me a beat and I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna mix that in with Run
Right.
DMC.
Right.
You hear Pound Town and my Adidas. They got that stems now. Shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Man. So what about Furrow Fest, man? Tell us a little bit about Furrow Fest, G.
Well, it's popping off August 12th, about 10:30 a.m. This is something to do with the SPED committee. Okay, it's to help the city of Furrow. Okay, all donations, whatever, because there's going to be a donation bucket or something down there, barrel.
Yeah.
Okay, I want a barrel so y'all can fill it up. You know what I mean? But all the money goes towards the city of Furrow. It's going to help the city of Furrow. That's what it's for.
Awesome, man. Awesome, man.
And then we got some nice entertainment coming in. They got like 2 bands. Oh, let me pull this up real quick because I'm gonna use this. Where's it at? Oh, Mark, where you at, Mark? Come on, help me out. You part of the spec committee?
Yeah, down. Excuse me. Yeah, I am part of the spec committee. They're gonna have the Breeze
I
band
threw you
down
under the
there.
bus.
They have the Breeze band down there.
Got
They're
Cap.
gonna have the Bill Henry band coming down.
Vibers
We're
in
gonna have
attendance.
Vibers coming up,
So Kyle Coaster, he's a gospel
Coaster,
rapper.
gospel rapper. Yeah, so those would be the musical acts for today, and also we'll have the Child Zone right in the lot where GC Murphy used to be at. So bring the kids down. Also, bring your kids down there. Dion Brody, Patrice Lee, they will be down there set
that
up.
giveaway.
I'm not sure where they're going to be, but come down. It'll be the
They're giving
book
that
bag
giveaway.
and
Book bag
school
drive.
supply giveaway right there that day. That's going to be free. And Marquis Lampkin has joined them as well. She'll be handing out beef hot dogs and juices and chips for free with the kids. So come on down. This will be something for everyone there. And like I said, be sure to come there early and stay late. You know, it's a good day. All the dope vendors are going to be out there. We got some bomb music. The weather's going to be beautiful. Bring the kids down. Hopefully. Make sure you bring the kids down there for the book bag and school supply giveaway. Once again, that's going to be sponsored by Dion Brody and Patrice Lee. Just make sure you find a booth. Walk the street and get some eats.
Come to the main stage. I'm gonna give you something to dance to if you feel like you want to dance. You know what I mean? Bring the kids over. I'm gonna have them swagging, surfing, whatever.
Yes, sir.
I'm playing everything.
I'm coming to get a book bag too, fam. Them supplies.
Man.
I want a book bag.
I'm grab me a fresh Jan Sport.
Hell yeah. Give me a Nathan's.
No, you want to design it. You want to design it.
You want me a Jan Sport. Yeah. Make my Jan Sport, Patrice. I'm coming by there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, man. Shout out to them, man. Patrice,
love y'all,
Brody. They've been doing this for the last 5-6 years or even more. And it's so dope to see them in the city collab together to be able to do that. Also, there will be a breakdance battle against Gino Money and Mayor Kim Doss. I heard.
Yes.
The background song is White Lines.
Show one then.
And the mayor versus my man Gino Money.
Show one then.
So it's fun, bro.
I still do this. I keep telling y'all I do this, man.
And always, my man G, we like to give everybody a nice gift to come on. And, you know, they always clown me
with the
about
bag.
my biodegradable.
We support the
Dr. Dre, the Chronic green bags. I got some. I don't take your shit out there. Go ahead, get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm opening it like it's mine. It came from me.
No, you can.
He said it came from me. I'm going to gift myself.
Yeah. I'm going to give you the bag. I'm going to give you the bag back.
You have to carry
Hey, don't forget. Hey, hit the like button. For real.
Yes, sir. Follow and
That's
subscribe.
what y'all got to do. Follow and subscribe. Hit the like button.
We will have Feral Podcast merch at my booth this Saturday at the Feral Festival in all flavors. White, brown, shitty.
Hey, why you gave me the white one?
Shitty.
Though,
This is tan. This is shitty. Brown, excuse me.
why you gave me the white one? How you know I ain't want a tan one?
That's because you're going to come by the tan one Saturday. You see how we do. Yes, so once again, I'll see you Saturday.
Yep.
Now.
Oh yeah. Also, Monty will be selling yarmulkes. Make sure you support the Feral Podcast yarmulke.
You better throw that hat the hell up.
Shalom.
Throw the hat up. Bust your head.
Man. We got G another gift already, but he started drinking it already, motherfucker. Y'all know G, man. You know my man loves to drink some Remy, man. He's a real chill good, man. I appreciate everything you've done for me, bro.
Oh, no doubt.
That's my dog, man.
Hey,
we got to do some incredible events together. We're still doing a lot of great things. And again, the Feral Festival is amazing.
It's all love, man. You got to give to each other. You know what I mean?
man.
That's the only way we're going to evolve.
I'm excited to see the vendors, the food vendors that's going to be there as well. It'll be so much good food. You know I'm fat, man. You know I'm ready to eat some great food.
You're going to have like 5 plates
right. But
in one bag.
The community coming together doing this, and again, the money goes to the city. Patrice, Brody, Marquis, for the kids.
Salute.
Gino Money.
I'm giving you music.
Pop P gonna be down there, cuz.
Yes.
So again, come down,
All the
support
good
the
people.
city. We truly appreciate
And
y'all,
I'm gonna need
man.
you on the. I'm gonna need you coming on stage on the mic too, Mark.
Oh, I will. Most definitely. You know, I don't mind. You know, I don't like. Hey.
Because if I got to
Mind
shout
the
out,
host down, man.
hey, listen, I'm shouting out
Podcast B.
I'm gonna shout
That's
you
what they
for
call it.
podcast. I need you up there.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
man.
will. You know, I'm podcast P, host P. I got the Feral Podcast band still. Don't forget about that. Thank you, G. We thank you for coming on, my brother.
Yes,
We
sir.
appreciate you.
Much
Yes,
love.
sir. Hey.
Much love. Much love.
Now
Much
get off the
love.
fucking stage, G. Get out of here, man. We had enough. We got enough flowers already. Nah.
All right, just give me my Remy. And my Heineken. And y'all can bring my other 2 mans in them on real quick.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Today's a real special episode. You know what I mean?
We celebrating that 50 years of hip hop,
Years of
y'all.
Hip Hop. We told you we was gonna have something fresh for y'all all the time. None other than the Feral Podcast. Always, you know.
Yes,
we
sir.
have, you know, often imitated. They try to duplicate it. You know what I'm saying? The Wizards are fraud. They always getting odd. But we're grassrooted. You know what I'm saying? We come from the earth, the seas. We was planting. We growing every day.
That's right, bro.
Every day,
feel me?
blessings on blessings.
Oh my
on
gosh.
blessings. Fast shout to my man Mike Marsh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he got big opportunities, big things coming up in the future, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna stay quiet about
We're
it.
gonna stay quiet about, but fast shout to the producer of this show.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And coming up next, we have in the booth with Rich Stacks, my man,
Yes, sir. In the booth with Rich Stacks. I want to touch on a couple albums real quick. For one, is my man Duke Kell's album, bro.
Yeah.
That whole thing is a banger, bro. Fast shout out to Duke Kell for such a special project, man. Especially the album is called The Swag.
Yes.
And it's a special project. Favorite song on the whole track 13.
Dope shit.
A Letter to Swag. Definitely a dope album, man.
Absolutely. Nice. And also, we got Tony Touch, the Death Tape. Definitely got to check that project out. He has a gang of MCs on there with a dope playlist with the likes of, he got the song Rampage 2.0 with doo-wop on there. He got all my boys,
remake
Little Fam. It's the remake of everything on there. He got
the remake that your boy Dave East did.
Oh man, Dave East and Tayona Taylor did the All I Need.
All I Need with Mary J. and Meth. Definitely a tough album.
The classics one. Classics. And then the one with Black Stolen, it has the Black Steel and the Hour of Chaos beat. Yeah. With Chuck D and Bobby Sessions on there. That joint is mean. So make sure y'all check out that Tony Touch project called The Death Tape. You know, Tony Touch, he's famous for having 50 MCs on his projects all the time. So it's real dope. Y'all make sure y'all check that out, man.
So I'm loving the fact that it's an extension. It's incorporating new hip hop with the old school hip hop and the classic beats, man. Definitely a dope project.
Absolutely. And be on the lookout for that Dottober 3 from
it's coming up.
Dottober 3 presents the Halloween Havoc.
Dope.
Shit about to be off the joint. I'm telling you, that joint about to be crazy. So make sure y'all tune in and check that out. We keep you guys abreast. Yeah, I use it again. Yeah.
College ranks.
Hell yeah, bro. Mr. Reed will be proud of me.
Love it, man.
Mr. Alien tried to break your knuckles, though.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Mr. Alien was a mob boss. That was a teacher, fan.
That was my dude, man.
Straight up, yo.
When I found out Danny Aiello, his name was Aiello, I started calling him Aiello. Yeah. And he cussed me out.
Oh, man.
Severely cussed me out. With
Give
that
you one of these.
voice.
Give you one of these, bro. True Italian, man.
Hell yeah. Well then, it's time for our good classic interview session.
Yes, sir.
I believe this one will be very, very special. As you guys already know who we got coming to the stage. I let my mans give them their just due and bring them out rightfully so.
Yes, we do, man. We have, we already have one of the pioneers, Gino Money, on.
Absolutely.
Shout out to G, Kings and Queens, dance hall music. He lit a blaze, man, for us. But we also have two of the pioneers, the people that I looked up to the most, who I listened to become a DJ. Matter of fact, man, when Eric B. and Rakim made Paid in Full, I thought that was the guys that's about to come on actually doing that, because he said, "Hey, yo, E, da 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 da." And then when I was young, I used to be like, "Yo, oh my God, my man, that's Supreme." And they just made one of the greatest songs of all time. And I would just keep listening and listening, like, "Yo, this is the homie." So I'm going to give one of the bios right now of my man that we're going to have on. And you can pull up the photos right now if you want, Mike. We got my man, E Money, one of the illest, one of the iconic. The reason why there is basement parties here in the Furrow Sharon area as well, while my man showed Gino Money. And we're going to go Gino Money again. Thank you for everything, man.
Yes, sir, fam. Much love.
Next one. We'll bring on the E. You go ahead and bring up the other one. Yo, an icon. One of the reasons why I even wanted to become a DJ, man, they used to have those clean ass Maxwell tapes. Them shits used to be so crispy.
Yes.
Event after event after event, blend after blend after blend after transition.
Cold.
That's my man E Money. And then we have, I got to read this off, man. Go ahead and bring up the other ones for us, Mike. My man, Jermaine Somerset, a.k.a. DJ Supreme, born March 26, 1973, was a 1991 graduate of Furrow High School and attended Arkansas State University to play football and major in political science. In 95, while living and working in Brooklyn and going back and forth between Brooklyn and Staten Island as a financial advisor, Germ started the Fred Somerset Memorial Scholarship Program in 1996 to honor his grandfather, Fred Somerset. The program is to serve as a fund to promote community development and unity for youth, young adults, and their families who are negatively impacted by inequity and racial diversity in the areas of physical and mental health, literacy, education, finance, and cultural awareness, as well as to encourage educational advancement through the award of scholarships to deserving and financially challenged students. In 1997, Jermaine moved to the DMV, where he currently resides. Jermaine has enjoyed a 23-year career in IT, where he supports the Department of Defense at the Pentagon. And we got stories about that as well, too, from him. And several intelligent community agencies. Germ has assisted iconic hip-hop groups such as Houdini, the Kango Kid of UTFO. His hobbies are buying and collecting music, cooking, and traveling the world, explore different cultures and experience of food. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Supreme and E-Money. Just give it up to him, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, the Heineken champagne, y'all. What up,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Let the icons come in.
Bless the family.
Yo, y'all know what it is. You already know what it is.
We're going to give a little contrast with that green.
Welcome. We got the Heineken champ in the building.
Y'all know
We got
what
the
it is.
Bud Light champ in the building, too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
E, how was your weekend? Germ, how was your weekend?
Man, it was blessed. You know, just got a chance to just chill out. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Enjoy the fam and shit. The rain and canceled me out because I was gonna do some more shit.
Right.
The rain and canceled me out. But, yo, it's a pleasure for y'all to invite me to be on the podcast.
Man, it's an honor. It's an honor,
Yeah,
man.
it's an honor, definitely.
Germ, how was your weekend, big dog?
Yo, I want to piggyback what he just said, man. This is an honor, man. All that stuff y'all was saying, y'all almost made me cry over there, man.
but-
I didn't want to come up here with the red eyes. And y'all start talking about me from off the rip.
Yeah.
But I'm humbled. I'm humbled by what you guys said, and I knew you guys since y'all was little.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
So what you guys are doing in the community, you know, giving a voice to the community, putting out positive messages, information and educational stuff. I commend y'all. Keep up the good work. My weekend, it could be better, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I lost my mother back in March.
Yeah, my condolences, man.
Condolences, fam.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank
man.
you.
She was incredible.
Thank you,
She
I
was
appreciate
incredible.
it. So I got to keep an eye on my father. So,
Yes,
you know, and I got a sister who's carrying a lot of weight. you
Yes.
know. So, you know, just come up here to be with family. And then when you guys invited me a couple of weeks ago, I said, I'm not doing no Zoom, none of that stuff. I said, it's an honor to be here. So I want to come in studio.
Yeah, man.
And break bread with y'all cats. So
Definitely, we
thanks
appreciate
for
it,
having
fam.
me. Thanks
Yeah, for
having
sure,
me.
man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
absolutely, no doubt.
You know like I said, we want to give y'all flowers, and we're going to talk about a lot of great things and ask y'all some great questions as well. And one thing I wanted to say, what made me actually want to become a DJ is when I heard Germ mix, and I'll never forget the mix, bro. It was the Mobb Deep Temperature Rising into the Craig Mack. And then y'all know that drums on Temperature are done. And then all you heard was Craig Mack go, that mix changed my fucking life, bro. That mix changed my life. And I remember if you could catch Germ while he was riding around the blocks and all of that, you can get Maxwell from him real early and easy. And I was able to just run up on him real quick. Shout out to my best friend Rel too. Rest in peace. We love you to death, bro. But heading up, and I was like, yo, I just finished the tapes, and I was able to grab like the one of one that he was about to go put them out for everybody.
You was at the
and
house.
Yeah,
You was
man.
at the house.
And that joint, and that just put me in a trance, man. And I always remember that mix, and that's what changed me. But let me ask you, Germ, what made you say, yo, I'm gonna become a DJ. I'm gonna do this?
Well, first of all, I want to tell y'all this quick story. I almost killed him and my little brother. So when I moved, you remember this story, right?
Yeah.
when I moved to DC, I left a lot of my records.
I ain't messing with him at first. It wasn't me at first, though. I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't me. I promise.
Yo.
I took the gym and I turntable. I ain't take the records.
I pulled up like Debo off of Friday, right? They didn't know I was coming to town, right? My mother dropped a dime on them. She was like, yo, you need to come up. I was like, what are you talking about? She was like, yo, Keegan and Rel was going through your records, right? I come up and the records I left, half of them were gone.
Man.
I came down, I found him. I knew it was him.
Show over with, guys. Show over with.
I almost killed him in my butt. I was like, no, check out my records, man. But what made me want to DJ, man, it was just the music hit you. It was like it was that kind of like it kind of came out of nowhere. So like Jimmy Spicer, when you heard Super Rhymes, this is it, y'all. This is it, y'all. Jolly, that type of stuff. When it hit you, it was like, wow. And then you would see the videos, and then you see cats out in the park, going to New York, going to see the guys in the park jams and things of that nature. And you see them cutting and scratching, hooking up the speakers and the turntables to the lamp, the lamp posts and all that stuff like that. It was just like, it was electric. And you was like, yo, I want to do that.
Sure.
I want to do that. And then it was just a whole element, like G Money said. It was just like in written stacks.
He said G Nobody.
G Nobody. he told on himself. He went to Houston. He went to Houston to buy burgers. But he belly aching about
yourself out, bro.
He belly aching about his mirror on his car. But he was Gino Money. Just like it was just the elements, man. Right. It was just like seeing everybody. And back then, you had women who was into hip hop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some women was more hip hop than the men.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when you saw everybody come together, have a good time. You may ever see a fight break out every now and then, but it was just all love. Right. You know what I'm saying? You fight somebody, scuffle it out, everybody get back, DJ start playing again. Right. And that was it. Right. So it was it captured you back then, because it was new. Right. The Grandmaster Flash, Fearless 4, Treacherous 3, when Kumo D came out, you heard him, with Treacherous 3 and all that stuff like that.
Especially the Busy Bee battle, man. That was like one of the first battles I heard in life.
All them guys, man.
For sure.
But yeah, it was just that energy, how it captured everybody. So that's how what sparked me to get into it.
That's dope. E, what was your first gig and what made you get into this profession, man?
Well, it was like just growing up around the music, the R&B, like the Al Greens, the Barry White, the Temptations, the Four Tops, all that. You grew up with them, you know what I'm saying? And it was just, I love the music, the Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder's my favorite artist of all time.
His catalog.
Hey, shout out to Stevie Wonder.
His catalog is dope.
It's sick.
Shout out to Stevie right now.
Marvin Gaye, sick. No. So, just growing up on that, and then, I was like, man, I like this music. I like this music thing. And then I linked up with Gordy, Somerset, Lester Somerset.
Shout Gordy and Lester, man.
Them, and them cats taught me. They taught me how to do the shit. So I was like, man, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I said, this. So we start doing it. But I'm going to give y'all a little history.
Okay. Before you go into that, that's who I actually want to steal records from right now is Gordy. Yes. Hey, Gordy, listen.
That's who you want to steal records from.
Gordy and Lester. I'm coming for y'all.
Yeah. That's who you want to steal records
with the Pooh Shiesty mask on and everything.
Yeah, he got that R&B, that classic.
Gordy got all the classic shit. Yeah. He got all that classic shit.
He had all that R&B. Yep, absolutely.
But the little history is Lester never DJ'd a party ever in his life.
Wow.
Never. But he was always in the room. He DJ'd. Lester could mix, scratch, and all that shit. So, that gave me the push and the edge to do it. So, me and Gordy ventured out, and then ran into him.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Supreme.
Yeah. Playing stickball.
Y'all paid him full.
But paid him full. Yeah, we paid him full. Yeah. But we ran a scheme. We was running a scheme. That was my little brother.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Big brother. So everybody really thought that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So they really thought that was my little brother and I was big brother. So me and him, Elks.
I was
Story
13 years old.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I started
Wow.
DJing when I was 12.
Yeah,
That's crazy, fam.
Same there.
You 4 years older.
4 years older than me. So
Yep.
when we started DJing, it was like the girls my age was like, "Give me your brother number." I said, "I ain't giving you shit." I said, "Man, don't you know how old he is?"
He's like, he's 12 years old.
Man, nah. I said, nah. So, but anyway, he graduated to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At that age. Right. So we had just times, and then cause Cav came through, Kevin Coles came through. So it was always boom, boom, boom. And
Brother Wade.
that just took it off. My brother Wade,
God bless
you know,
his soul.
man, yeah, rest in peace to my brother Wade. And this was it. And then, you know, I went to school, and he went to school, and he started DJing. Then I stopped. Then my brother-in-law, John Taylor, Candyman.
Yeah, that was my dude, man. That was my Uncle Lawrence, roadie, man. That's my Uncle Lawrence roadie right there.
So he brought me back into it. So that's how I got back into DJing, and I started DJing. Then no money. I thought I was done. No money brought me back out.
Every time you try to get out, they pull you back in.
Every time I wanted to get out of DJing, they brought me back in.
Yo, son, you was nice though.
I appreciate it.
Definitely, man.
You know, I
Definitely.
appreciate all the love.
And I just wanna let y'all know from a personal standpoint, like I said, my Uncle Lawrence, God rest his soul, man. He was like a big influence in my life when it came to music and knowing music. But if it wasn't for him and y'all, I would have never caught that fever to DJ. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or getting the music production, because he used to see, you said 13. When I was 13 and you was like 15, 16, DJing at the Elks, y'all let me fill in one time when y'all went outside. I don't know what y'all was doing outside. Probably Heineken, but but y'all said,
was that back
play,
then?
the 40s.
It was all
the
that.
40s.
It was that right
Y'all
there.
put me up on the stage and you said, "Oh, you think you could DJ play the next 2 songs?"
We did that.
And after that, bro,
I remember that.
I remember it, bro. That was one of the most influential moments of my life, because before that, I had somewhat stage fright, and y'all brought that out of me. Y'all forced me to go up there and do something I wanted to do but didn't want to do. Yeah. And I thank y'all for that, man, because hip hop changed my life, man.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't do nothing without hip hop music.
Right. I'm going to tell you something. Like your uncle, who gave us our start was Mr. Summers.
Mr. John Summers,
Yeah.
And me and E, you know, we called the basement, my mother and father's basement on 506 Spearman Avenue.
Hold on, wait a minute. Now we got to go back to the living room. That's where it started.
started in the living room.
And
my dad was like, "Y'all take that shit downstairs." But it was really my mother talking, right?
Yeah. That's how it was.
Yeah, we had like this old stand, whatever. I mean, y'all started on techniques. We was rocking with realistics.
Bro, that's what I had the radio check on.
We had the wheel pitch.
With the belt.
Yeah, the
belt drive.
The straight on. Then they had the wheel. They had the wheel for the pitch. The wheel went like this. You had to move with the thumb.
to click it.
Yeah, you had to move with the thumb.
Absolutely. You had to put a 25-pound weight on the needle head so it wouldn't jump.
The stand was wobbly too and shit. So hey,
yo, with the little Tandy mixer and everything, bro. And so we took. We was like, yo, we took it to the basement and we would open the windows and open the back door.
Yes.
And blast the music, and people would walk by.
Boom.
And be listening to the blends. I was one of them people, fam.
Yes, they would hear the blends. We mastered our craft. And so one day, Danny Thomas walked by. Big Danny Thomas walked by. Was like, "Yo, y'all."
That's Shout Danny.
We was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yo, they just closed right on Idaho Street, where the I guess it's a magistrate office now. Right there.
Yeah.
It used to be a supermarket there, and a bank. Well, the bank closed.
First National.
It was a bank right there. And they opened it up for kids to come in, like a jam, you know. Yeah. And Danny was like, "Yo, why don't y'all come? I want y'all to DJ." And me and E was like, "Yeah, word, we ready. We was man, we stayed up. 24 hours just pulling out records, mixing." And so we go to this joint and we mixing it, and nobody shows up. and Mr. John Summers, God rest his soul, he walked in and he heard, because we had a little buzz around the city. Mm-hmm. He heard us, he walked in, he saw us mixing, and we were still jamming like it was 3,500 people in there. Mm-hmm. We were still jamming.
You have to.
He came up in there, he was like, yo, I'm doing this thing for teens down at the Elks. This was the old Elks.
Okay.
And he was like, I want y'all to come through. And he was like, how much you charge? We was looking at each other like, I don't even know.
We know. We was like $50.
$50 is a reefer.
Like $5.
The Colt 45,
Colt 45,
right?
yo.
We was young, man.
Right.
We
didn't even know. We were just doing it because we loved it.
Not no weed, it's a reefer.
No comment.
In the vanilla envelope, cuz.
No comment. And so we go to the Elks and we set up whatever, and everybody started coming. It was like we looked up. It had to be about 300-400 people in there.
Man, it was packed.
He got all the kids off the street to come and jam.
Yeah.
And at the end of the night, we walk up and he comes up and he's like, great job. You guys want to come back next week? And we were like, yeah. Yo, he gave us a wad of money like this.
Man.
And we was like, we didn't count it in front of him because we was like, is this? We was like, is this ours?
Did we make a mistake or what?
We was going to McDonald's.
Made a mistake.
Neither one of us had driver's license. I'm 13 years old. My father is coming to pick us up in the van, and we got a stack of money like this. And we get in the van. We started counting it. He gave us $400 on our first gig.
Gosh,
yeah.
Man, give it up for that, yo. And this is just a quick interruption because there is $1 million establishments right now in 2023 that's paying niggas $150 for 4 hours of DJing.
Oh yeah.
So
we was
$400 at that time. Come on,
getting
man.
that in '87.
Come on, man.
87.
Come on, man.
You got to fight for that money now.
Yeah.
You got to fight for that.
We got that Friday and Saturday. That's how popular it was. Especially during basketball season. Everybody after we would go to the basketball games and everybody would be like, "Yo, we ready to come down."
Right.
I think for how many 4 or 5 years that we did it.
Man,
I think we could count maybe 2 or 3 fights.
Wow, bro.
Everybody was there.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Everybody.
The Elks was the spot. You know what I'm saying? And me being like I said, like 4 years older than him. You know what I'm saying? So it was like '86. So I was a junior. He was in the 7th grade.
I was 7th grade.
So we was doing this shit back then, and it was like it was real.
Yeah.
It was real. It was like, man, we thought we was big time DJs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Y'all was.
Fam, y'all was.
But
I don't care.
Shout out to you. Shout out to KB, DJ KB.
Keeping it going, man.
Shout out to my man Rich.
That's stacks.
I can't even say that on man. I can't say that there, man.
He wasn't saying that damn thing.
I almost said
King retired.
I almost said that. I caught my damn self.
I'm sorry. We're not calling him Dick Thick.
We're not calling him thick. No, we're not calling him thick. But being Supreme, it was something that was so dear to us. You know what I'm saying? It was like it meant so much to us, and how people came out and rocked it, and how y'all looked up to us. You know what I'm saying, as DJs. And like he said, that day, nah, you gonna DJ, man.
Yeah,
nah,
get up there.
You asking?
Yeah,
this is what you gonna get.
I'm asking questions about the mixes and everything, turntables.
Get up there,
and do it.
Yeah.
So we threw him up there, threw him to the wolves. Yeah. So that's the way you DJ. That's how you do it. Because Gordy did it to me in the Steel City party. So all right, I know how the feeling goes. So anyway, this dude right here.
Hey, use your end.
So Supreme. We had a female DJ.
Yeah.
Shout out to Monica Miller.
Monica Miller.
No,
AK Monica Scott.
That's what I was saying. I told you she was more hip hop.
No, she's still hip hop.
She knows her
man.
music.
Yes.
We would let her. She is. Yep, absolutely.
She was on the stage.
Man, we should be seeing her on Facebook Live right now.
What's her son that passed? God rest his soul. Swag.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Love. he got all her swag. From
all
her.
of it, all of it.
We would leave her up there.
Yeah, we leave her right there.
Yep, she would play the music, whatever. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
Big Marty, shout out to my sis, Monica Scott. Little known Furrow hip hop fact. Yeah, Marty.
That's that old school.
It was one of the McKeithen twins that would hang out with us.
Vaughn.
We'll let one of them, play for a little bit.
Wow.
And we just go chill in the crowd, whatever, and let them play the slow songs and mix in, whatever they wanted to do. Yep.
I ain't gonna tell y'all.
Came used to bring the Bruise and the Wildy Owl, the Thunderbird through the back door shit. That's how we used to do.
Absolutely.
And we let them go ahead and do it.
I almost thought I was the best friend over y'all mixtapes, bro. Like, these cats, every time I get a fresh mixtape, these niggas would steal my shit, bro. They was jacking my shit.
95, 96, that 95, 96 mixtape. When we stayed up in the Pimp Palace.
Y'all stole my shit.
Yeah, we stayed in the
3
place called
times.
the Pimp Palace.
Was one of my
That's a whole nother
Yeah,
story.
one of your mixtapes.
One of your mixtapes. Yeah, you brought us together.
would always steal
and
my
then you
shit.
brought us apart. Because you brought us together from the good music, but you ripped us apart because somebody was always stealing somebody's mixtape. Everybody didn't want to buy it, you know what I mean? So you brought us together through the music, but you tore us apart because somebody was stealing somebody's shit.
Y'all was up in
time.
Y'all was up in the Pimp Palace like,
Yeah.
hey yo, where the fuck is my killer tape?
Where's my Supreme tape back, guy?
What they got to do with my killer tape?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm buying you 4 more fucking killer tapes.
Oh man, we had Blunts and Brews. Motherfuckers came over. Yeah, came over, sold you shit.
What they got to do with my killer tape, son?
Oh man.
Yeah, and somebody asked me to ask you about the Lester and Gordy radio station. Did they have a radio station? Do you care to elaborate on that? Yeah, somebody. Somebody just text me about that.
I was about to say, damn, Norm Ward, did you go back,
I'm
bro?
gonna let y'all know real quick. Lester was a genius. Lester, like I said, he never DJ a party in his life.
Because he wanted to be Warren Sapp. That's why.
Yeah, he wanted to be Warren Sapp. What's my man Anderson from the Bears, number 35?
Right,
he wanted to be the running back for them.
Lester really looked like motherfucking
Ski.
Yeah,
From the Fat Boys.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah, that's Kuroc Ski.
All you can eat. Nah, go ahead,
A
man.
quick story though. I don't know how many of y'all remember the Mr. Microphone.
Yeah.
So it was a Mr. Microphone.
You can do a radio connect.
It was like a wireless mic.
Yep.
So Lester took it apart and he made the frequency to a radio station on the radio. And you could listen to it from
if you was close.
Romer
to
Steel City,
Absolutely.
from Spearmint to Hamilton.
Wow.
So that was the radius. So Lester was a genius, man.
Genius,
you know, he took that motherfucker
Evil
apart.
genius.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So you riding in the car and you listen to his radio station.
Yeah, he did.
So that's how he was.
Mr. Microphone. That was
with a Mr. Microphone.
It was Bluetooth in the 80s.
Yes, that's what it was.
But you use radio frequency, like you put it on. You'll pick a channel,
like a 93.1.
93.5.
Something ain't really coming in, and then it'll boost to that channel.
There you go. You hook the Mr. Microphone up. He set it on the turntables and let it, the speaker
Pick up everything.
Absolutely.
And Lester was like, shout out to Carlos Daniels for throwing money out the car and shit. 93.7 Somerset Radio.
Don't you touch that dial.
Hey yo. And speaking of love, he hit me saying that he used to come through and rap on the B-sides of the tape.
Yes, he did.
Did Chubbins come through?
Yes, he did.
That's my dog.
Tory Hawkins.
506 Experiments.
About Tory Hawkins too. Rest
Tory
in peace.
Hawkins. It was Tory Hawkins' love.
He just had his son on last
Tory
week.
Senior,
Cray Hyman.
That's his son.
That's the son.
Rest in peace with Cray Hyman.
Oh yeah, McCray.
Who else has come through, man?
Man.
Lonzo has come through.
Lonzo.
That's y'all cuz.
Alonzo Scott.
Big Furrow.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
They came through and wrecked the 506 basement. They used to come through and wreck it.
That was
At one time, was you rapping for him?
Original basement.
Look, I got a story. Love, if you watching with Monica, Love. I told you this like a couple weeks ago. He crushed my whole rap career. I'm rapping, And the shit didn't even make no sense. And like the words didn't even rhyme. He was like, yo, E, that shit didn't even rhyme, man. I said, well, fuck, let me stay the DJ.
He was on that intellectual, textual, factual.
I think I said, I don't know, but it was an old school rhyme that I had. Like, I think I remember a little bit. It was like me and him. It was like, if I bust this shit, this shit's corny as fuck, man. I'm a bust it anyway. It's like,
he rehearsed this shit.
No. I gotta think of this.
He had that look like, I'm glad you mentioned it. Shit, man.
He was on there like Curtis Blow. Hey, give her something.
It was like, to the biting MCs that don't know who we are, we the Devastated 2 are not the Juice Crew All-Stars. Back from the past to give you a blast. And it was something, and the shit didn't make no sense.
What Charlamagne God to say to Safari? Nah, that ain't it.
Yeah. But that was back in 86, 87, man. You know, so I thought that shit was dope, but Dream, Love crushed my whole shit. So, Fat Out the Dream. AKA Dream, Clever Atwood. You know, he used to come through. He used to wreck the shop too.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, you know.
Man, what about Wesley and Presley? Remember they had the one rap group?
Rhapsody.
The Posse, all them guys, right?
Yeah,
West,
Press. They opened up for everybody.
Gregory, dude.
The Lenny's.
Gregory and I forget the other dancer name.
Right.
Yeah.
They opened up for Kid Play, Heavy D,
Bismarck.
Yeah.
They did the Bismarck. Yeah. Speaking of those celebrities, you know, one thing also about Supreme that's iconic. He brought some incredible MCs to Furl as well. Sure. And it also inspired me to learn, to want to promote and do big shows, big shows, not just, you know, I will do a basement joint. I will do concerts as well, but he's responsible for bringing Houdini and Slick Rick to the community.
Yes, sir.
Baby. How was that experience for you putting that together and getting them, man? Can you elaborate on that some?
It was very humbling because you know how people, they know where Pittsburgh is.
Yes.
But you be like, yo, it's Furl, and they first thing Pharrell or whatever.
Right,
I was like, you can't say that when you come out. It's Furl.
Furl, what are you?
They will boo you because Kango Kid said Pharrell. They were like, Furl. I was like, I told you, man.
I'll knock your finger off your head, bitch.
Exactly.
All right, in my ass.
Yo, that goddamn kangaroo off your hat, man. Shit.
No,
So it was very humbling because it's like, without hesitation, they was like, yo, I'll do it.
Word.
And I got Houdini to come up first because Grandmaster D, shout out to Grandmaster D.
Shout out Grandmaster D.
Right
Yes,
there.
sir.
Yes, sir.
He's always available. He was always, when I met him back in the 80s, he was always accessible to me.
Right.
And I will always be indebted to him when it comes to the music thing and being around the culture and meeting pretty much every artist, every MC, R&B, 80s, you know, he was very instrumental in that. And so when you got people who are international stars, and they were like, okay, where's that place called again? And I'm like, Furl is about, 45 minutes north of Pittsburgh. And they like, all right, yo, I'll come.
Dope.
And that right there is like, not only that's a shout out to the community because they trusted that if they come out, they're gonna be taken care of. And that meant a lot because at the time it was Mayor Ali.
Yeah.
I love her to death. She's amazing. And so she was instrumental in, putting the funds together, my scholarship program as well. And we kind of all put it together and they were like, just give me what you can.
Word.
And I was
That's
like, wow.
That's dope.
Right. And then shout out to DJ Chaos. He's Slick Rick DJ.
He was just in the Berg last weekend,
That's my man.
With my DJ family, man. Shout out to Chaos.
That's my man. His chain gets bigger every time I see him.
Man,
He'll laugh when he's like,
I swear
it gets bigger every time. But he was mad cool, and I was like, I had pitched it to him, and then I pitched it to Ricky because Houdini and all those guys, they Chubb Rock, they all did the same shows. They was on the same circuit.
It's like a fraternity.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah. And then I talked to them and spoke to Slick Rick's manager, which is after to be his wife, Mandy.
Yeah.
And Ricky was like, yo, he's like, yeah, I'll do it.
Word.
And I was like, let me explain how it's going. And he was cool with it. He was like, doesn't matter. You good people. You rock with Houdini and all that. And I'm like, wow, man. And so I got to bring my childhood. To Furl and share it with everybody. Right. Because when you know people, you know how Furl is. You may like, yo, I know so and so. They be like, remember they hit you with the
Hey kids, that was something that was done back in the 80s when you didn't believe nobody.
They don't believe nothing.
Yeah. That's straight cat.
I kept that. And so I kind of revealed it once it was like built up to the right point. Right. But my class of 91 was instrumental. Marcia Brown, shout out to her, Matt Hosey. Yeah. Shout out to him, Tina Baker. We put that thing together. Yes. And so we put it on, and then again, when Kango and Ricky came, we still put it together. Jerry Samuels, we wanted to honor the football team and his compliments and things of that nature. So we just kind of took it a step further every time we brought, somebody in. So it wasn't just me. It was a team effort. I just happened to have the connect. That's it.
Very iconic.
We all put our resources together to bring it together.
Bring it together. That was definitely a blessing for the city, man. I unfortunately missed both. First time I was in
Cleveland Browns game.
No.
Ain't watching nobody.
Nobody's coming for you,
watching
bro.
nobody.
Fuck that hat.
The stadium watching nobody.
I wasn't at that racist city. I was in another racist city, Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh yeah.
And then when Rick came, my youngest daughter was sick. But I just wanted to ask you, bro, from a personal standpoint, because I want to travel. How many damn frequent flyer miles do you got, fam? Like, bro, your passport is tatted. Like, I'm trying to get where you at.
Let me tell y'all something. First of all, don't think I got money. Yo, no.
Supreme no money.
No, Supreme no money. I'm executive platinum with American.
Gotcha.
So, but the key to flying internationally, because everybody been in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then what started me traveling like that is my brother passed away.
Yes.
And he and I, we only went on one vacation together. We went to Virginia Beach. And then he passed away on his 40th birthday.
Yeah, man.
So I was like, then your friends are starting to pass away.
Yeah.
And then your uncles are starting to pass away. And it's just like I was like, I'm not putting it on the back burner anymore. But the key to traveling internationally is you got to Google it. Go off peak. You know what I'm saying? If you go to the Caribbean, most people go in the summertime. That's peak.
Yep.
Go in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Right.
If you go to I went to Singapore, I've been on, the Asian countries, go when they have like a holiday to, their Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
Go when they have, it's low season because it's rainy season. Mm-hmm. If it's a Muslim country like Maldives, I went to the Maldives island, Qatar, I love that spot out. I'm not going to say it, but I really love it. But when there's Ramadan,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's low season. So what you spend in the Caribbean or going to Vegas, you may spend $700 on a flight, $600 on a flight. I done spent that, and I'm all the way in Dubai.
Dope,
and I done spent $600.
Super dope.
And then you got to realize the American money is more than their money.
It is.
So your hotel, you staying in a nice hotel that you'll probably pay $200-$300 here, you paying $120
over there.
So it's a secret. It's not it's a secret to that. So it's not like you got to have all this money. You just got to plan it out.
Got to plan it out the right way.
You know what I mean? So that's what I do. And I'm like, you know what? The Caribbean. I went to the Caribbean. I ran into some people, and I was like, I'm not.
I'm trying to get away from you.
Hey, yo, Supreme! I got your mixtape with me, bro.
And that's exactly how it almost went. Right. I heard Supreme. I'm like,
yo, we got some old sauce,
and
man.
I'm not going to say his name because he was creeping. I'm not going to say his name. He know who he is. And I was like, I can't come back.
Yeah,
to
the world is too small,
so
man.
Jamaica, I can't go back to Jamaica. I always see something like, so, but yeah, you got to just do your research, go on an off-peak season. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you'll spend less money going to a country that's 16, 17 hours away from here that you will spend in the damn Caribbean.
Going to Phoenix to visit
Marcus
and Reese Wright and shit, man.
There you go.
Germ.
I love them though.
Brothers, man.
For sports people, all the championships and football and all that, what the fuck was going on that Marian Catholic night before the game? You was on that squad.
I was on that squad.
I was the
I
heard.
He was a manager, Little Luke. And Melvin Baker. Actually, be honest with you,
guys.
I'm going to tell you. Shout out to Matt Hosey. I love you. That's my brother from another mother. I didn't know this. But now we chilled that night. We wasn't up running the hallways and none of that. It was a business trip.
Okay.
Matt Hosey told me that the coach from Marian Catholic knew Jim Wildman from Sharon. Mm-hmm. So they knew our plays.
They shared the playbook.
Remember when the Steelers played the Patriots and Bettis and Cordell was like, it's like they knew our plays. And then Spygate came out, they knew our plays. And I was like, what? And it was like when we were on the field, it's just like they shut us down. They completely shut us down. People forgot I played football. I hate that the DJ thing overshadowed.
Right?
No,
You and Omar Stewart, bro?
That team was an all-star team, man.
You and Omar Stewart?
We was there.
You was kill dudes, bro.
Ken Moyer, there's footage of me out there. I want some of that stuff out there.
Ken Moyer,
I'll send it to you.
You watching the show, you watch every week. Get my man Supreme up there. My man was a hell of a running back, man.
Outside linebacker.
Absolutely.
I get no love, no birthday, nothing.
You gotta search that 2-0 up, man.
He finally put that up. I was like, Matt Hody's was one of the nicest running backs to come out of front.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man. But
Supreme won 2-0, man. You gotta put him up there, man. He won 2-0.
I see.
You gotta
Shout out to my brother Wayne.
44.
All the way. I'm like, can I get some love? I'm about to just unfriend him in a minute.
Hey. Wayne was a grown ass man in high school. That motherfucker was a grown ass man.
He speed.
He was in the NFL. He was NFL built in high school.
Yep, absolutely.
Sergeant Slaughter, right?
Shout out to my man Dice. Yes, my man Dice. What's going on, Wayne?
We talked earlier about how E was like, I'm retiring, and I also made E come back as well too, man.
Shit.
Rest in peace to my mom. 2015, she passed, and I had this idea of putting this party together called Fresh Fest because now that we just lose my mom, we had lost Rob Wilson, we had lost other people as well too, and I wanted to find a way to also give back to the football team. So that Fresh Fest, and I was also starting to DJ with my homies in Pittsburgh. The Union was just starting. One iconic thing I got to do for E was bring him to the Rakim concert. DJ for Rakim and KRS-One, man, and that was a salute to my boy E. So thank you for doing the Fresh Fest with me. Absolutely. Thank you for coming to that event, brother.
Absolutely.
It's to the point. Like literally today, I'm not gonna say the person's name, but they're like, "Yo, you and E need to do another old school party together, man." So. I just liked it, and I was just like, I'll talk to him and we'll see. I'm not gonna put my man on the spot, but it was definitely Fresh Fest was definitely something iconic for sure.
And I'm gonna add to that too. I'm getting choked up right now.
Good.
His mom is my wife's first cousin, and I used to do everything for her, man. She's called her house and everything. And I used to take her to her appointments. I used to take her to the store, everything, her wheelchair and everything. I used to do a lot for his mom. And when he reached out to me and said, I want to do something for you, man. I found out that I had prostate cancer.
Yeah.
Changed my whole life. And because of KB, it just brings something out of me every time I see this dude. Or I talk to him. I talk to my little cuz. It's just something about it, And I always remember his mom. And that night was so special to me because Rakim is my all-time favorite MC.
Yeah, man.
And just to be backstage and I'm chatting with this dude, man, before he go on stage, KB rocked it that night. He rocked it, and he was like, I got to do this, I got to do that. I was like, go ahead, handle your business, man. So I'm watching him on the sideline. I got pictures of him on the sideline, DJing, doing it. And just to meet KRS-One and Rakim that night.
That was an incredible night. We got to see KRS-One actually battle somebody.
Yes, in the crowd.
In the crowd with Viral. So Pittsburgh. I know, right? So
dude was so garbage, man.
I know. So in Pittsburgh, it's this guy from Homewood. He's a huge. He's special needs to a degree. But he is a big Kansas City Chiefs fan and he's a big hip hop fan. So my man had the Kango on.
Everything.
He had the whole LL I'm bad get up on.
Yeah, he did.
Then he was in the audience heckling KRS-One. KRS-One didn't know this man with special needs and all of that.
He gave him the mic.
And the
What you say earlier? Anybody can get
it. He already had it in his head. I'm going to this motherfucking concert to battle KRS-One.
Right.
He already had it in his head.
Bad decision.
He came in, he started just yeah. KRS-One was just like, hold up, son. And handed this man ass. We're gonna make sure we put that battle up on the podcast page.
It was funny.
And it was one of the most iconic, craziest, funniest shit things ever, man. And I'm glad to share that moment. And while he was going through that, he didn't want nobody to know at the time. So we was on that Fuck Cancer campaign for sure.
Yes.
We killed Fresh Fest. We was able to give the football team like $5,000+ just 100%. I just gave them every dollar out of my pocket, bro. And they just came back from winning like the state playoff game,
No, that
bro.
was the D10 championship
D10
up in Hickory, Charlottesville, and I remember like it was
some dirty Blue Devils home.
We dogged them out because they had beat us and they thought they had some sweet shit, but we told them, we'll see you in Hickory. Stop, chill out. We'll see you at Hickory. Khalid Rasser, Cleason had a hell of a game. But in the end, you already know we came up that motherfucking up in Hickory, and we went down to the Fisherman Club for Fresh Fest and party our ass off until the break of dawn. It was epic.
Then we took that to
The mayor has
Monts.
spoken.
Yep. And then we took that to the next month for the holiday heat up for Monts joined as well.
Yeah.
And we still kicked it, man.
Still kicked it, man. We had people standing on the tables and
Yes.
chairs, everything.
Yeah,
it
so-
was like crazy. It was bananas that night.
Old school Elks party vibes, bro.
Yeah, man.
And
The parties you want.
yes, and the way we set it up, we was like posting videos of us DJing, like, okay,
We like
you
we was
don't want
battling.
this.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you don't want this.
Like it was
You
a
don't
whole
want
battle.
this. That's how we set it up. We was like,
Yeah.
and then he'd send me, he'd put one on Facebook, was like, yo, this is the
Y'all was doing the verses before the verses.
Yeah, right.
Y'all was doing the verses before the verses.
I never saw so many cars line up.
He said it was my school. I said,
Right. We filled that whole parking lot up. We filled that whole parking lot up with and Hamilton and
Going up.
Emerson. It was
Yeah.
absolutely insane.
it was bananas.
It was insane.
Well, no drama, no nothing.
Nothing. All love.
Not
So-
even a negative thought that night. It was all love.
And I say all that to say is it's like I've been following these guys forever, and that's the type of how Jermaine talked about, Mr. Summers and those parties that he started, and that wad of money, and then there was one or two fights maybe, and there was probably scuffles that could have just been done. And that has been how I treated my DJ career ever since then, bro. Ever since 94 or 5 or whenever I started, whatever. But thank you for being iconic, doing that, man, and even other iconics off of music. Something, and Jermaine can go into it if he wants to or not. Jermaine works for the Pentagon, and he was there during the time during 9/11, and so I'm transitioning to iconic moments. That was a huge iconic moment. I remember talking to my best friend Real at the time, and he was just panicking about his brother, man. And it's not an experience, but how did you overcome that? How are you still overcoming that, Jerm? If you let me ask you that question, bro.
You know what? That was a crazy day, and people really don't. If you've never seen the Pentagon, you really don't know how big it really is.
Right.
Massive.
And so I was with a plane hit. I was kind of on the south side of the Pentagon, which is closer to the Pentagon cities. I know everyone probably knows what that is in the DMV. But we were in the I was on the basement level, and it was kind of like you heard, you know how like if you're in a house and you hear like a thunderstorm is coming.
Yeah.
And you
Rumbling.
like, you like, yo, was that thunder?
Yeah, yeah.
And so we had the door open, and because we didn't have any windows, and we just saw people flying down the hallway. It's like 5-10 minutes later, people were just flying down the hallway. But previous to that, about 30 minutes before that, a guy had, there was no streaming. It was limited back then, but CNN was one of the few networks that you can stream. And, and so we were looking at, the plane that hit the towers. And, G's from New York, and you like, yo, back in the 80s and 90s, you know, those little prop planes, the little tour planes, they get sucked in because when you downtown New York, it's just like down, Battery Park and all of that. Yep. It's just like it's a wind tunnel, right? Mm-hmm. You be
on the Avenue of Americas and shit. It's just like what's
just
going on?
Yeah, just like right. But and I was when we looked at it, I was like, yeah, I said that's probably like a little plane, whatever. But when we heard that little rumble, that little thunder, and saw people running out, that's when it got real. And so when we ran out, we really didn't know what was going on. But as soon as you hit that door, you just saw the black smoke. And people were just falling and screaming and, yelling and all that. And so they kind of like pushed us up against 395. And we kind of knew what was going on, but we didn't. Mm-hmm. We had all the helicopters, a lot of military stuff going on. Mm-hmm. And they closed the train stations. And so we were just still listening to the radio. There was, cell phones were limited. And I want to tell y'all this story. I've been an AT&T customer since 9/11 because AT&T was the only cell service that actually worked. Wow. Back then it was like Nextel, Cellular One, and all that. Yeah. It wasn't Verizon. It was GTE. Yeah. Because I was married at the time. So I called my ex-wife because she could see the Pentagon where she worked at, and she was like, I was like, yo, I said, I'm good. She was like, oh my God. She was like, I'm looking at it. And people were like looking at me like I had like the last steak in the planet Earth. And I'm sitting there, first thing come out, I was like, what y'all looking at?
You know what they about to do?
They about to do.
Throw that hat up and hit you, fam. Go ahead.
They wanted that cell phone.
Yeah.
Because they were like, your cell phone's working. And then my man Jamel, shout out to Jamel, my man.
Remember Jamel?
Yeah. He was on the boat. He was Coast Guard, retired Coast Guard, but he was on the boat. Mm-hmm. And he called me. He was like, yo, I heard what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, I'm good. I'm just standing here. We don't know what to do.
Right.
And people were like, yo, can I use your phone? So I gave people my cell phone. And they were passing it around. And I'm trying to, keep it. They was calling their loved ones and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to cut my story short, but after about 45 minutes standing outside the Pentagon, they told us just to go. And so records used to be released on Tuesdays back in the day.
Yep.
And Killer Army album came out.
Yep.
And it was the illest. It's like the soundtrack to 9/11.
Word.
I went in the bed. This is, when I would say, when you in shock, you just don't know what you're going to do.
Right.
I actually went into Best Buy to buy CDs.
Yep. Blueprint dropped that day too.
That's what you did on 9/11.
Blueprint dropped that day too.
I bought the Killer Army album.
Wow, man. Damn.
And I went in, and then when I came out, it was a guy selling the hot dogs. It was a stand, and I was listening to it on the radio, and everybody was standing and huddled around, and the lady was like, "Oh my God, the tower is falling!" And I was like, it doesn't register to you, and then you got on the train. They opened up the train, so I'm riding home to my apartment. And when you get to Reagan National Airport, that's when you come out of the ground, and you can look back and see the Pentagon. You just see the smoke. Yeah. It was like it was a pin. You can hear a pin drop on the train.
Wow, bro.
The traffic when I got off the train stop, because I used to walk to work and go up to my apartment building, and it was just a traffic jam.
Wow.
And I'm gonna tell you this, wrap this thing up. I would either catch the bus or walk, and the bus was sitting there. He was like, yo, you might as well walk today, because I knew the bus driver. So I walked back to my apartment building and turned the TV on, and I called my father. And we never really told each other we love you. And when I saw that buildings crumbling like that, that's when I broke down.
Yeah.
And I told my dad, I was like, yo, I love you. That was the first time I ever told my father I love him.
Wow, man.
And I told my mom that day, 9/11, because we weren't raised like, to show that type of affection.
Yeah,
But when I saw what I knew what could have happened to me in that Pentagon, and never forget it.
Because we talked about this a lot on the show. It's just like, because we're in a constant state of survival. So even big traumatic things like that to us is just like I said, you wouldn't got kill an army, son.
Yeah.
So a hot dog and went to the crib and then it hit like
love, fear, and war.
This how we are, we just starting to open up and talk about mental health and all of those types of things, man. So thank you for letting us know how all that went down, man. And the last thing before we get out of here is your impact on students going to school. Yeah, so we read it off, your bio and all of that. With the Somerset scholarship program for your grandfather, man. We saw you on the Pettis Bridge with the mayor. We saw the Facebook posts and things like that, man. How has that been for you and the people that's been represented? How has all of that been for you?
It's amazing. And again, that's another humbling experience.
Yeah, you even see the yard sale for it this weekend, bro.
Absolutely, right down there. And I was joking earlier about the Montgomery and the boat, river boat.
Yeah,
we stood there.
Yeah, man.
And I addressed the group back in June. I say, this was a slave port. Mm-hmm. They would parade us right up that river walk.
Yes,
you see it. And then the crazy part is, it's just this little plaque that commemorates that. So you would have never known that existed.
Yeah,
they're not trying to promote it. They don't want to promote
absolutely.
it.
Yeah. So basically, my grandfather, when he passed away, I had an incredible trip with him. I drove him down to South Carolina.
Okay.
And my grandfather had prostate cancer, but he didn't tell anyone. And he would tell us that, hey, I have this family reunion down in South Carolina I would like to go to. And everybody was like, Grandpa, I ain't driving you down there. I'm not. My dad was like, my mom was like, it's too hot down there, I'm not going. And I just said, you know what? I was home from college, and I said, I'll take you down there. He was like, really? And I was like, yeah. So we drove down there, and this man was in his mid to late 80s, because he was 84 all his life to us. And he stayed up the entire 12 hours drive.
Wow.
And we laughed the whole time. And when I got down there, and this is the reason why I started the scholarship program in honor of him, is that when we pulled up to my aunt, which is his first cousin, and it was like 1800s, the brick masonry, the metal roof, the roosters, the chickens, the everything, door wide open. You got cotton on one side, you got soybean on one side.
Wow.
It's like you sitting there like, yo.
That sounded like Chirac to me.
Yeah, bro.
It's Little Rock, South Carolina.
Little Rock?
It's further. You guys, south of the border?
Yes, sir.
That's where it is. And south of the border, there's no Mexicans back then in South Carolina. Uh-huh. That was a slave meeting place.
Yep.
Because when you met at south of the border, that little Petey River, which I later found out, my aunt nickname was Petey.
Yeah.
Wow.
He named her after that because of that. Wow. I had the greatest history lesson. And so that Petey River separates the border between North Carolina and South Carolina. So
runs through Chirac.
There you go.
It runs right through Chirac.
And they would say, when the slaves would escape, they would say, meet me at the south of the border.
Wow.
So they would cross the river to get rid of the bloodhouse. And I learned all this from my family. Bugged me out. And so when I went down there, I'm thinking I'm going to a family reunion. I got Tommy Hilfiger, Jabot. Everything I got in my suitcase.
Ready, fresh,
brand new. And I got down there, and my cousins came to my hotel room. And the craziest thing is I didn't realize I offended them, because when my grandfather got down there, I mean, we've been up all night. And my grandfather, he just take his shirt off. He leaning back. He's like, I'm good. I'm sitting there like, yo, I'm not. There's no way in hell I'm standing in this place.
Yeah.
And I remember they didn't have a phone, and so I said, you know what? You know, I need to go back I need to be in a hotel. You know, because I need a phone, whatever. Bad bougie, bad bougie and immature. I get back to the hotel and I call my mother and father and I said, if I ever complain about another dollar in my life, beat my ass. And I said, this is like roots down here. I was like, this is, and my mom was like, really? They couldn't believe it. And so, anyway, so the days go on and the basketball hoop that they took me to, I thought it was going to a court. It was a dirt with the
gold
crate.
and the red clay.
There you go, just dirt.
Yep.
And you know, after the second day, it was like home to me. You know, they didn't have a toilet, shower, and all that, so you had to wash up in the bucket.
Wow.
You know, the stuff you kind of soak your feet in when the hospital. Remember those?
Yeah.
That's how you washed up. Got back to the hotel and they saw my suitcase open. And they saw all my new stuff with tags on. They was like, yo, cousin. And I was sitting there and I was like, yo, y'all can have it.
Right.
The day we left, we were down there for 3 days. And I was asking people the whole time. It's like, so when is the family reunion? When is the family reunion? And they were like, what family? What are you talking about? It finally dawned on me. When we left that third day, I said, Grandpa, what happened to the family reunion? He said, it was no family reunion. That was the family reunion. Wow. He said, because if I had have told you what it was, you would have came down here.
Wow.
And I said, you know what? I probably wouldn't. And my grandfather passed away that year later.
Man.
He just wanted to go home.
That's it.
And so that whole experience changed my life. So that gave me that spark. And that was 96 because I got married in 97. And that whole spark, that just sparked me about humanitarian, just being, you know, get away from yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we all need to do.
Sure.
Get away from yourself.
For sure.
You know, so that's kind of sparked the whole movement with the Fred Somerset Memorial Scholarship Program.
Absolutely incredible. And the messed up part now is probably a plaza center with a Bojangles and a you know what I'm saying?
Big ass gallon of sweet tea waiting on you.
Right. No, but this has been absolutely incredible. Supreme, E, I truly appreciate y'all, G. I truly appreciate y'all coming through, man. We're gonna go ahead and end the show. I'm so sorry. Unless we got any
Well, I just want to thank y'all for y'all contributions, not only to hip hop and the F and Pharaoh.
Yes.
But just like y'all contributions, just like it's humanitarians and good fellows and sense of humor and geniuses, bro. Y'all's geniuses. Y'all mixing techniques.
Appreciate it, man.
It's impeccable. You too, my man, G.
So G,
nothing but love for y'all.
Yeah,
man.
we're all gonna stand up and we're gonna end the show how we ended, and then come on through, G. Yeah.
Wait a minute. And before we adjourn,
my bad,
next
bro.
year, no, it's all good.
My bad, bro.
I'm trying to GE. I want to do 90 to 2000, just all feral class
90s class
reunion. You know what I'm
reunion.
saying?
Yeah.
So, probably gonna need you to tap in with me, and hopefully
Absolutely.
we can bring somebody up in there. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Time out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What you say? Hold on. Time out. What you say? 90? You coming back?
90 to 2000, but
87,
that don't exclude you guys. That don't exclude you guys. You know what I mean? So
That's a good idea because a lot of cities in the South, small cities, they do like a homecoming, and it's like 10 years of class reunion,
Right.
and they do it.
Right.
It's beautiful.
we need to get it cracking. We need to get it cracking. Once again, like I said, for anybody outside of those years, that does not exclude you. Because keep in mind with the class reunion setup and structure, can't you always bring a guest? Yes. So that would not exclude anyone. It's just a theme. The 90s was the hardest anyway. So I'm just being real. It's still in the music and culture and everything. So why not just keep with that? And that's just a theme, but that's not excluding any class or any year from Pharaoh. You're welcome. 70, 60, if you're still pushing, you want to come kick it with us. But that's what's about to happen. I got my guys on board. We're about to make this thing roll.
Say the word, man. That's all.
Yes, sir.
As we do about this time, it's a little special this time.
Yeah, man. Come on through, G.
Oh, G coming in here. Yeah, you
Yeah,
come
man.
in. What's-
And I am.
They say don't drink and drive. I say mind your business. Pass me a Heineken and mind your business.
It's the mayor, the leader of the Ballhead Nation. Clean RP. I got my own band. I got to stand because I'm the man. Yo, I'm out.
And it's your man DJ Rich Stacks. Just to let y'all know, we got the Furrow Podcast white chairs coming. They will be on sale.
Come on. I ain't ripping shit.
All right, hold up. Selector. Lickwood mean rewind and gunshot mean forward. You requested it. What? We rewind.
Pick up all ruined boy.
Bomba Clyde.
It's your boy KB. Make sure get your tickets. Come through Friday, man. The locks. We're going to be at the Lion Theater. Shout out to my union family. Man, shout out to One Hood. Shout out to LOX, Jadakiss, South Speed, Blues. My man, my people, podcast. We love y'all. We out. Peace.
I think that was the one.